Hi everyone, welcome to another beautiful day. I hope you're all well. I hope you're staying healthy. I hope you're finding some calm and serene times in the crazy things that are happening outside in the world today. Today's practice will be a gentle, slow, more restorative type flow. I invite you to grab any props that you might have laying around the house. If you have blocks, a strap, even a small pillow or a small blanket you can fold into the shape of a rectangle. Just anything that will help make this practice a little bit better for you today. And no matter what stage you are in your yogi career, or whether you're an advanced yogi, a beginner yogi, I do believe that a gentle practice is good for everyone. So I'd like us to begin on our backs today. If you have a block or a small blanket that you can fold into the shape of a rectangle, we'll begin on our backs. First, lie on your back. Your knees will be bent. Soles of the feet on the mat, knees hip distance apart. And then we'll take the block or the blanket or the pillow, gently lifting up, the hips up toward the ceiling, and just place the block under the small of the back. Your arms can press down into the mat. They can open out to the sides of the room with the palms up. You can walk your shoulders a little closer down toward the block. And just gently press down into the balls, actually the soles of the feet here. Bring the awareness to the breath. This is a restorative bridge pose. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth, let it go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. We'll do this 2 more times. Gently press down into the feet, lift the hips up, gently remove the block and release the hips back down to the mat. Hands are coming down the length of the body, palms are pressing into the mat. We'll take an inhale and lift the hips. And exhale, gently let the hips roll back down. We'll take some bridge pulses. Inhale, lifting hips toward the ceiling. Exhale, rounding spine to the mat. Inhale, lift the hips, pressing into the palms. And exhale, round back slowly to the mat. We'll take 2 more full cycles. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, round back down to the mat. Last one. Then slowly drawing the right knee in toward the chest. Interlace the hands below the knee first, gently bringing the knee back toward the chest. Maybe you'd even like to open the knee a little bit wider than the hip and draw it back toward the pit of the arm. Then bringing knee back to center, interlace the hands behind the back of that thigh, and inhale, pressing the leg up toward the ceiling, pointing through the toe. Exhale, bend the knee, draw it to the chest, foot flexes. Inhale, straighten the leg, point through the toes. Exhale, foot flexes as knee draws to chest. Inhale, straighten the leg, pointing the toe. Exhale, flex the foot, knee to chest. Inhale, pointing the foot up toward the ceiling. Exhale, flex the foot, knee to chest. With the inhale, we'll straighten the leg back up toward the ceiling. Then flexing the toe, just drawing them down toward the forehead. Gently holding onto the back of the thigh here. Shoulders should be on the mat. You can walk your hands gently up the leg and maybe draw the leg back closer toward the back of your mat. One more breath in as you walk hands back down the leg. And on the exhale, we'll cross that right ankle over the left thigh. Right foot is flexed. Peace fingers of this left hand are pressing that right knee forward. You should be feeling a beautiful stretch through the outside of that right hip. Then gently lifting the foot off the mat, threading the arms around the left leg. Gently draw that left knee back as the right knee continues to gently press forward. Both of your feet are active and flexed. Shoulders and low spine are on the mat. One more full breath here. And gently release your left foot back to the mat. We'll extend, so we'll keep this right leg where it is and extend the left leg to the front of the room. Then the right leg will drop down. We're taking a reclining tree pose here. So your right sole of your foot will press up against either that inner thigh and let the knee drop open, or you can move the foot down to that low leg. Then we'll reach the arms out to the sides of the room and maybe take the hands back behind the head. You're pressing into that left foot as if you're standing on the ground. Your right foot is actively pressing against either the inner thigh or the lower leg. Taking one more full breath here. Then gently releasing the arms, we'll release the right leg forward and bend both knees, bringing both soles of the feet back to the mat. Drawing your left knee into the chest, we'll gently pull the knee straight back toward the chest. Then open the knee a little bit wider than the hip and gently draw it back. Inhale back to center. And exhale, draw knee to chest. Pressing the foot up toward the ceiling, interlacing hands behind the thigh. Pointing the foot, we'll take an inhale. Exhale, knee draws to chest as the foot flexes. We're gliding this sciatic nerve. Inhale, straighten the leg, point through the toe. Exhale, knee draws to chest, foot is flexed. Inhale, extend the leg and point. Exhale, flex the knee foot as you draw the knee to chest. We'll do this 2 more times, moving with your breath. Inhale, straightening the leg up toward the ceiling. Flex the foot here, draw the toes down. Maybe walking the fingers up toward the calf of the leg and just gently drawing the leg a little bit closer to the back of your mat. Your shoulders should still be on the mat here. Then we'll gently walk the hands back down the leg, cross that left ankle over the right thigh, and gently press the right knee forward with the peace fingers of the left hand. Staying here for 2 breaths. Then gently lifting the right foot off the mat, interlacing the hands below the right knee or behind the right knee, and gently draw the knee back toward the chest. Left knee continues to press forward. Spine and shoulders are on the mat. This is reclining pigeon pose. One more breath. And then gently let that right foot come back to the mat. Right leg extends to the front of the room, foot is flexed. And we'll drop the sole of that right foot either against the inner thigh, or you can move it down against that low leg. Your knee on the left leg is pressing open here in this reclining tree pose. You're pressing the leg against the foot, foot against the leg, and the right foot is flexed. Arms reach out to the side of the room and then draw back behind you. It's creating a beautiful long line from that right foot all the way up through the fingertips. And then gently releasing the arms. We'll extend that left leg and bend both knees, soles of the feet coming to the mat. Then lifting one knee at a time into the chest. We'll gently draw the knees as close to the chest as is comfortable. And then slowly release your feet to the mat. We'll roll gently over to the right. Maybe taking a breath or two here in this fetal position, letting your head rest in your right hand or on your right arm. And then we'll gently come up. We'll be moving into a supported boat pose. So the sitting bones are on the mat, knees are bent, soles of the feet are on the mat. Hands are sliding behind the thigh here, and then we're taking the torso back, feeling the belly engage, shoulder blades draw back, gaze is forward. We'll do a supported boat here so you can keep the hands where they are, and with the inhale we'll lift that right foot off the mat, and exhale right foot to the mat. Keeping the belly drawing in, inhale left foot up, and exhale release. Inhale the right foot up, exhale foot to the mat. Inhale left foot up, and exhale release. Gently hug the knees into the chest. And then we'll come to that easy pose. I'll turn to face you. Legs crossing in front of you. Hands gently coming to the knees. You can rock back and forth here in Sukhasana. Lengthening up through the spine, shoulder blades drawing back. We'll inhale right ear to right shoulder. Exhale chin to chest. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, taking the head gently back. Opposite direction, inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder. And exhale the head gently back. Bringing the head back to a neutral position, we'll begin to take some torso rotations here. So drawing the chest and torso to the right, bringing it forward, arching through the spine, moving to the left, And as you take it back behind you, the spine rounds, chin comes to chest. Then inhale, sweeping to the right and forward, arching the spine. Exhaling to the left as you come behind you, spine rounds. Take one more full breath this direction. Then inhaling to the left, drawing the chest forward, exhaling as you come to the right, taking chin to chest, rounding the spine. Inhale, sweeping forward. Exhale, taking it toward the back. One last time. Inhale, reach forward. And exhale, round the spine. Coming back to that neutral spine. We'll release the hands to the sides of the waist. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands, heart center. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, open the arms. Inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, heart center. Inhale the palms up. And exhale, open. Inhale, left hand to right knee. And exhale the right fingertips behind the back. Inhale and lengthen the spine. And exhale, gently turn. One more full breath. Use those fingertips to maintain, lengthen the spine. And then gently turn the torso. Inhale, coming back to the front of the room, hands on the knees. And exhale here. Inhale, right hand crosses over to left knee. And exhale, left fingertips behind the back. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, gently turn the torso to the left. One more inhale to find length. And exhale, gently turn. Inhale back to center. And exhale, release the hands. We're sweeping knees underneath us, coming to that tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And we'll take a few breaths here to stretch our wrists. Bring your fingertips to face one another. Palms are still underneath the shoulders. Shift the weight side to side here and just gently stretch the wrists. Then lift the palms and turn the fingertips to the outside of your mat. Palms should still be underneath shoulders. We're shifting the weight right and left. Maybe even taking the weight a little bit forward and back here. Then one hand at a time, bring the fingertips to point back toward the feet. Shifting the weight, or back toward the knees, shifting the weight forward and back. This is an intense stretch, so maybe just one hand at a time. Turns fingertips back. You can see what feels good for you. Just feel that beautiful stretch to the wrist and the forearm. Then we'll bring the hands back underneath the shoulders and prepare to cat-cow. Breathe. With the inhale, we'll drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. And with the exhale, we'll round the spine, gaze comes toward the thighs. Inhale, sweep the chest and heart forward. And exhale, round the spine, really press the mat away from you here. We'll take 3 more breaths. Last full cycle. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And exhale, round the spine, gaze to thighs. Coming back to neutral tabletop, we'll walk the hands, one hand print forward. Pointer fingers are parallel to each other and pointing to the front of the room. Palms are pressing to the mat, fingers are spread wide. Eyes of the elbows turning in toward one another, forearms facing forward. Take an inhale and curl those toes under. And with the exhale, we'll lift the hips and press it back, downward dog. Bending one knee at a time, gently pedaling the heels back toward the back of the room. Taking any organic movements here in this downward facing dog that feel right for you. Maybe shifting hips a little bit side to side. Staying connected to that beautiful breath. We'll take one more inhale here. And on the exhale, drop knees mat distance apart. Bring the big toes together and press your hips back towards your heels for a child's pose. Arms reaching out in front of you. Forehead is gently pressing to the mat. If this doesn't feel right for your knees, you can gently walk the hands forward, lifting hips up over knees and moving into more of a easy puppy pose. We'll take one more full breath here. Then gently press yourself back up to that tabletop position. Walk the hands forward, one hand print. Turn the toes under and lift the hips, downward dog. Separating feet mat distance apart. Lifting the hips as you melt the heart and chest here in this wide leg downward dog. Your toes are turning in just slightly. Shoulder blades are pressing out to either side of the back. Ears are in line with the upper arms as you lift the hips and press the palms into the mat. We'll take one more breath here. And then bend the knees slightly as you walk the hands gently back toward the feet. Letting the hands press down underneath the shoulders. You can take a slight bend in the knees here in this wide leg forward fold. Let the neck hang long. Shake it no, shake it yes. Weight is slightly forward in the balls of the feet. You can keep your hands pressing underneath the shoulders on the mat. Or you can gently take opposite elbows here. Neck hangs long, crown of the head is reaching down for the earth. You should feel a beautiful stretch to the backs of the thighs here. Then slowly releasing hands back down to the mat. Take an inhale and half lift. Hands coming to thighs. We'll exhale and hold here. Spine is extended. Shoulder blades drawing back. Take one more inhale. And exhale, hands release back to the mat. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center, fingers interlace, palms press down. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, take the arms to the right, pressing through that left foot, left side body stretch. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right, or to the left, excuse me. Inhaling back to center. Exhale to the left or the right. Ooh, I'm losing it today. Inhale, center. And exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. And exhale, open the arms. Lift the feet and turn the toes to the 45-degree angle. Your feet are a little bit wider than your mat. Hands release down the length of the body, palms facing forward, shoulders drawing back. Inhale the arms up.
Exhale, bend the knees, draw the elbows down, goddess pose. Inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, sink, goddess pose. 3 more times. Inhale, press and lift, straightening the legs. Exhale, bend knees and elbows. Inhale, extend. Exhale, sink. Last time, knees should press open as you bend. Knees tracking over the ankles. Beautiful. Inhale the arms up, straighten the legs. And exhale, open the arms. We'll heel toe the feet together, coming to the top of our mat. Pressing down into both feet. Shoulder blades drawing back, front body active, back body active. Gazing forward. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, pressing into that left foot. We're moving into tree pose, coming up onto the ball of the right foot, and then opening knee to the right. The heel is pressing against the inner lower leg. Left side of the body stays active, shoulders draw back, gaze forward, lifting that foot and actively pressing it against the low leg. Knee presses open here, foot and leg press together, then taking fingertips up toward the ceiling and opening the arms. Shoulders gently dropping down away from the ears. Gaze maybe slightly up. One more full breath. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, right knee forward. And exhale, release. Inhale, both palms up. Exhale, open the arms. Inhale, the arms overhead. Exhale, heart center. Pressing into that right foot, coming up onto the ball of the left, and then opening knee to the left. Heel is pressing against that inner low leg, right, left knee's pressing open. Gazing forward, belly draws in. Let's lift that left foot and press it against the low leg. Knee stays pressing open, leg and foot actively pressing toward one another. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, open your arms. Option to take your gaze slightly up. An option to close the eyes. Inhale, palms gently back together. Lower heart center. Inhale, left knee forward. And exhale, release. Inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward, spine stays long, hands to the mat. Inhale and half lift. Hands to thighs, shoulders draw back. Exhale here. One more inhale. And exhale, hands to the mat. We'll step the right foot back to runner's lunge. Left knee over ankle. Inhale, taking the gaze slightly forward. And exhale, lower your right knee and foot to the mat. Inhale, the arms overhead. And exhale, sink here. Shoulders stay over hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, gently sink. One more breath here. Inhale the palms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. We're staying here and straightening that left leg. You can walk your hands back closer to underneath the shoulders. You can lift those left toes off the mat. You can stay lifted with length in the spine, or if you'd like to hinge forward, maybe bending the elbows slightly. Feeling that beautiful stretch for the back of the leg here. This is half Ardha Hanumanasana, a half split pose. Your hips should stay parallel to the front of your mat. Then we'll bring the weight back into the left foot. Hands come back under the shoulders. Left hand comes to the inside of that left foot, and we'll heel toe that foot out to the edge of the mat. Moving into a low lizard here, keeping that spine long and extended. We'll press into the right palm and bring the left hand to the hip or to the knee of the left leg. Inhale, lengthening through the spine here, and on the exhale, take a gentle twist. One full breath here. Then gently bringing the torso back to the front of the room. Heel toe that left foot back between the hands. Press into the fingertips and lift into runner's lunge. We'll take one inhale here. And with the exhale, we'll step the right foot up to meet the left. Hands come to thighs, half lift. And hold here. One more breath in. And exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale the left foot back to runner's lunge. Hold with your exhale, pressing into fingertips. Inhale, gazing forward. And exhale, left knee and foot to the mat. Inhale, arms gently overhead. And exhale, sink into the hip. Inhale, lifting slightly. Exhale, sink. One more breath, really reach and lift. Exhale, sinking here. Inhale, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, hands come to the mat. We're straightening that right leg, shifting the hips back over the left knee. Hips stay parallel to the front of your mat. Maybe lifting the right toes back off the mat. Then hinging the chest and torso forward over that right leg. Can begin to round the spine a little bit as the knee head gets closer to the knee. Then gently bringing weight back into that right foot. We'll bring the right hand to the inside of the foot and heel toe the foot out to the edge of the mat. Hands are under shoulders. Spine is long and extended here in lizard pose. Feeling that beautiful stretch in that right hip. And the beautiful stretch through the front of that left hip and thigh. Then pressing into the left palm, bring the right hand to the knee. Inhale and lengthen. And exhale, gently turn the torso toward the right. One full breath here. Inhaling back to the front of the room. Heel toe the right foot back between the hands. Curl the back toes under, pressing into fingertips and taking gaze forward. Take one more inhale and runner's lunge. And exhale, step left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale and half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Reverse swan dive. Hands heart center. One breath in. Exhale, release. We'll take a quarter turn on our mats to the right. Then we're separating the feet 3.5 to 5 feet. Your feet are parallel here. Reach the arms out. Ankles should be about underneath the wrist here. We'll bring the hands to the hips. We'll lift the right toes and bring them in 1 inch. Then lift the left toes and turn them to the front of the room. Hips are open here, shoulders over hips. We'll reach the arms front and back of the room and turn the gaze forward. Taking an inhale. And exhale, bending the knees, sinking warrior 2. Belly's drawing in, tailbones drawing down. Inhale, palms overhead, straighten the leg. Exhale, warrior 2. One breath. Inhale, palms overhead, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee, warrior two. Left palm turns up. Exhale, reverse warrior. Right hand draws down the thigh, left fingertips reaching up and over. Left knee continues to press open here. One more breath. And then gently lifting back up, straightening the legs, palms overhead, and bending the knee, warrior two. One breath in. Exhale, left elbow finds left thigh, right fingertips reaching overhead. Side angle pose, shoulders stacked. Taking those right fingertips to the front of the room for an extended side angle pose. Utthita Parshvakonasana. Then gently lifting back up, hands front and back of the room, and release the hands. We'll lift those left toes up and bring them all the way in 1 inch. Then lift the right toes and turn them to the back of the room. Hips are open, shoulders over hips. Hands reach front and back of the room, gazing over the right fingertips. Take the inhale. And with the exhale, bend the knee, sinking Virabhadrasana 2. One breath. Inhale, palms overhead, straighten the leg. Exhale, warrior two. One full breath. Inhale, palms overhead, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee, warrior two. Inhale, right palm up. Exhale, reverse warrior. Right knee stays pressing open. Lengthening through the right side body. Inhale, palms overhead. Exhale, warrior two. One breath in. Exhale, right elbow, right thigh, left fingertips reaching overhead. Left shoulder stacked over the right, gazing gently up. And then taking those fingertips to the front of the room, creating one beautiful long line. Really pressing the back edge of that left foot. Inhale, gently back up. And exhale, release. We'll lift the right toes and turn them back to parallel. Maybe heel toeing in slightly, both feet are parallel. Hands come to the hips. As we draw the hips down, shoulder blades draw back. So feet are parallel here, toes can turn in just gently. Take the inhale. And with the exhale, we'll gently hinge forward, keeping length in the spine. Letting gaze follow down toward the floor. Weight is gently forward in the balls of the feet. And then letting the torso come forward. Hands resting underneath the shoulders here. Top of the head gently resting or reaching down toward the mat. You can stay right here in Prasarita Padottanasana. You can walk your hands back between the legs with the fingertips pointing to the opposite side of the room. Your crown continues to reach down toward the floor. Hips stay lifted, spine stays long and extended. Then walking hands back underneath the shoulder, we'll press the palm of the left hand in the center of the mat. Bring the right hand to the hip and gently turn the torso to the right. 2 breaths here, option if you'd like to reach your fingertips to the ceiling. 1 more breath in. And exhale, right hand to the center of your mat. Inhale, left hand to hip. And exhale, gently turn the torso to the left. 2 breaths. Hands release back down under the shoulders. Let the crown of the head fall 1 more time toward the mat. Weight is forward in the balls of the feet. Spine is long. Hips are lifted. Then gently lifting the back to a flat parallel to the floor. Heel toe the feet in just slightly. Take a slight bend in the knees, bringing one hand to the hip at a time. And gently lift the torso back up. We'll heel toe feet together, and we're taking one last balance posture before we move down to the mat. So I'll face you, you can face me if you'd like. We'll press down into both feet, shoulders draw back, palms reaching, fingertips reaching to the earth, palms pressing forward. This is our mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, palms together. And exhale, hands to hips. Pressing into your left foot, we'll bend the knee of the right leg and reach down just below the knee, then drawing shoulders back over hips. Right foot is flexed, right knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. You can stay right here balancing, keeping the gaze focused, or you can release the left hand out with the palm facing forward. An option if you'd like to open that right knee to the right. Option to turn your gaze over those left fingertips. Then gently bringing hand and knee back forward and release. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to hips. Pressing into the left foot, right foot, bend the left knee and reach down with the left hand, grabbing under the knee and drawing shoulders back over hips, gazing forward, 90-degree bend in the knee, foot is flexed, right fingertips reach out with the palm facing forward, an option to open that knee to the left. Shoulder blades draw back here, belly stays drawing in. Option to turn your gaze over your right fingertips. Beautiful. Then bringing hand and knee back to the front of the room. Gently release the foot to the mat. We'll turn and face the front of our mat and gently lower all the way down to the mat. Extending the legs forward in front of you. Hands coming to the sides of the hips. Rock back and forth here in staff pose. Draw the shoulder blades back and gently press a little bit of weight off of the spine here. Imagine someone's got a string connected to the top of your head and they're gently lifting you up from the mat. And gently releasing weight back into the sitting bones. We'll lift our right leg to the side of the mat. Bend the left leg and bring the sole of that foot to the inner right thigh. Gently turning the torso over to that right leg. Your right kneecap and right toes are pressing up toward the ceiling. We'll take an inhale here, lengthening through the spine. And with the exhale, we'll gently begin to walk the torso forward. Not worrying about how far forward we're folding, but keeping that beautiful length in the spine, keeping the kneecap and toes pointing up. And as you get closer over the knee, you can gently round the forehead down toward the knee. We're feeling a beautiful stretch for the back of the leg here. This is called Janu Shirshasana. We'll take one more breath. And then gently walk the torso back up, one vertebrae at a time. Bringing torso back to center. We'll extend our left leg to the edge of the mat. Bend the right leg and bring the sole of that foot to your inner left thigh. Heel is pressing close to that pubic bone. Left knee and toes turning up toward the ceiling. Walk the torso gently over the left leg. Find length in the spine. And then gently begin to hinge forward. Holding on to any part of the leg you'd like here. You can also hold onto the foot if you're a little more flexible. And as you hinge, first hinge from the hips, and then take the chest and heart forward. Maybe letting the forehead round down toward the knee. Staying connected to that breath. Then gently walking the torso back up. We'll extend both legs back to the front of the room. Gently bend the knees and lower your back all the way down to the mat.
Knees are bent, soles of the feet are on the mat. Hands are reaching down, palms and forearms pressing to the mat. Backs of the heels are reachable with the middle finger. Knees are hip distance apart. We'll take 2 rounds of bridge pose. So press into the palms, forearms, and feet and take an inhale. And as you exhale, lift the hips up toward the ceiling, maybe gently walking the shoulder blades a little bit closer together. Knees should stay in line with hips. Imagine you're squeezing a block between the thighs. One more inhale, lifting slightly. And exhale, gently roll back down to the mat. We'll take 3 breaths here. Pressing down into the palms, down into the feet. Take that inhale. And as you exhale, lift hips up toward the ceiling. Gently walk the shoulder blades a little bit closer. Sternum comes closer to the chin. Hip bones are pressing up toward the ceiling. Knees stay in line with hips. 2 more breaths here. And gently let the spine come back to the mat. We'll extend the left knee forward or left foot forward. Bring left knee to the chest. Draw the knee close to the chest. Then extend the left arm out to the side of the room, turning your gaze to the left, and draw the knee across the body to the right. You can extend this left leg here for a little deeper stretch. But left shoulder should be firmly on the mat. 1 more breath. And gently bending the knee will bring the knee back to center. And extend the knee to the front of the room. Right knee gently bends. And right knee draws to chest. Interlacing the fingers below the knee or behind the knee. Both feet flexed as you draw the knee back toward the chest. Then holding onto knee with left hand. Right hand reaches out with the palm up. Gaze turns over to the right. And we'll draw the knee across the body to the left. You can straighten the right leg here. You can reach for the big toes with your left hand, if that's accessible for you. Keeping that right shoulder firmly on the mat. 1 more breath. Then bend that right knee, bring the knee back to the chest. Bend the left knee, bringing both knees into the chest. Draw the knees as close to the chest as you can, really squeezing the abdomen here. Then we'll press heels up toward the ceiling for active reversal pose. Hands holding behind the thighs for support. If you have a strap, you can loop a strap around the balls of the feet and hold the strap lower so that elbows and backs of the arms are on the mat, shoulders are on the mat. You can point and flex the feet here in active reversal pose. You can even gently rotate the ankles. And then bending the knees, we'll move to happy baby. Soles of the feet stay up toward the ceiling. Grabbing outside or inside of the foot or big toes with the peace fingers and the thumbs. Draw the knees down toward the chest. Low spine should be pressing on the mat. Shoulders should be pressing on the mat. Neck is long and extended here. You're pressing foot actively against the hand and gently drawing knees toward the pits of the arms. You can sway back and forth here on your spine if you'd like. You can straighten one or both legs here in your happy baby. And when you're ready, ready, we'll gently let one foot at a time find the mat. Walking the feet up to the front of the mat, separating feet, mat distance apart, toes rolling out, arms coming down the length of the body with the palms up, and then gently bringing the shoulder blades a little closer together. Wiggle around on your mat. Adjust your hair, your clothes. Just find the most comfortable position for you for the next couple of minutes. Bring the awareness back to the breath, whether it be your regular rhythm, or you continue with that long, deep Ujjayi breath. Thoughts will come, let them go. Just keep moving towards stillness in body and mind. Let your body feel heavy and drawn down toward the earth wherever it touches the mat. Take an inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, let the muscles in the body just melt down toward the mat. Taking several more deep breaths as you move into Shavasana. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out. 2 more times. Gently wiggle fingers and toes. Maybe rotating wrists and ankles. Bringing your feet together. Hands reaching out to the side of the room. And maybe gently reaching behind the back. You can interlace the knuckles as you draw the knuckles back and toes forward. One long full body stretch. One more breath. And gently release the arms. Bend one knee at a time, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. Lifting and pressing that low spine back to the mat. Drawing one knee at a time into the chest. Maybe keeping these together as you draw them back, or maybe opening the knees wide. You can rock back and forth here. And when you're ready, let the feet find the mat. Gently roll to the right. Maybe resting here in this beautiful fetal position for a breath or two. And then gently pressing back up, coming to that seated position at the top of the mat. Crossing the legs. Bringing hands to heart center.
Gently closing the eyes and maybe lowering the chin. Dr. Timothy McCall wrote, when you contract and stretch muscles, move organs around, and come in and out of yoga postures, you increase the drainage of lymph, a viscous fluid rich in immune cells. This helps the lymphatic system fight infection, destroy cancerous cells, and dispose of the toxic waste products of cellular functioning. Not only does yoga bring beautiful physical benefits to our body, but hopefully you found a little bit of calm, a little bit of peace, a little glimpse of quiet, so that you can go back into your daily life being the best version of you, being the best mother, the best wife, the best father, the best husband. Thank you for joining me on my mat today. I truly miss seeing and squeezing all of you, but we'll be back to the studio soon. Let's take 3 breaths together. Inhale through the nose. Stay healthy. Do what you can to slow the spread of this virus. And I hope to see you soon. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.